Hey gang, Dennis Tubbergen here with another market update today. Today I want to talk to you about the performance of currencies, and in today's economic update I talked a bit about the Argentine peso. The Argentine currency is falling. Actually, it fell to a new low. This is an article published in the Financial Times yesterday on May the 7th. And it says the currency, the Argentine peso, has fallen to a new record low against the dollar after slumping 5% in morning trade on Tuesday. Also, Argentina's 100-year government bonds are also under pressure. Now, just the fact that a 100-year bond exists is remarkable to me. If you're 40 years old and decide to buy a 100-year bond, it means you're going to get your money back in 100 years. That to me is crazy. And if someone came to me and said, "Will you loan me money for 100 years?" it means their intent is never to pay me back. But that's how crazy financial markets and economies have become in today's environment. Now, when you say that the Argentine peso is falling against the dollar and the dollar is strengthening, it's really important to remember that's on a relative basis. Every fiat currency around the world on an absolute basis over any significant time frame is losing purchasing power. So what this article really should say is that the Argentine peso is losing value much more quickly than the US dollar. In fact, if you take a look at this chart, this article was actually published in 2009, but I really liked the chart here. It shows the relative relationship between the purchasing power of the dollar and the amount of currency in circulation. And this chart was actually put together in 2009, so now it's off the charts even bigger than this. But if you take a look, if you look at 1971, which is when Nixon closed the gold window, and assuming a dollar had a dollar's worth of purchasing power then, you can take a look, and the dollar has less than 20% of the purchasing power it had back in 1971, because during that time, the central bank of the United States, the Federal Reserve, has manipulated monetary policy to have a lot more currency in circulation. And there's a simple economic principle at work here. Abundance does not create value. Scarcity creates value. This is just the opposite. Abundance cheapens something, including currencies. If there's a lot of something out there, it's simply not worth as much. So as the US dollar is losing purchasing power, the Argentine peso is losing purchasing power even more quickly. So when you're in Argentina and you have the currency there, the peso, and you want to get it into something else, you might put it into the dollar simply because it's better than what you have already. It doesn't mean it's a great choice. It's just the best choice of all the choices that are out there presently. But that, as we've been discussing, is rapidly changing. Cryptocurrencies are changing that, although in my view they're very much in a transition period at this point, as is reflected by the volatility in those markets. Russia is talking about developing a crypto ruble that uses blockchain technology that's utilized by every other cryptocurrency, but backing this crypto ruble by gold. So as fiat currencies are losing purchasing power, you're going to see a number of other options emerge as markets look for more viable, better places to store their economic energy. My advice, consider taking some of your portfolio and putting it into something tangible. That's today's market update. I'm Dennis Tubbergen.